Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 28th of August. These are the charts of the day. Well, the markets had an interesting day today and pretty much finished back off late in the day, mixed, narrowly mixed, and it was a mixed day. But there was plenty of stocks that were moving and breaking out. Let's show you some of them. AFMD probably had one of the bigger days of the month. This stock exploded for 250% nearly and had a major gap runaway. We traded that nicely in there. It closed near the upper end of the range going away, and in the evening, after hours, traded up to 590. Currently, it looks like it's going to close about 580 after hours. Tomorrow, this should gap and run again. I'm looking at 7.5, 8 and a quarter zone. That's where I think the stock might go short term. They had major game changer news today on a deal with Genentech. BILI, after the big run up in May, June, got slammed in a 5-wave decline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big reversal, kind of a tail there, and then a little inverse head and shoulders. At this point, it's exploding with a breakaway gap today. We got up to resistance and backed off, closing right at the 50. My next target on this one is about 15. We get through that, we're looking at something around closer to 17. Brooks, major news today as well. They sold one of their divisions for like $625 million. And that's a game changer type news too in terms of the company's financials and cash position. So Wall Street loved it. They blew it out. It's up 935 or 31% on 8.3 million. And with it closed that way, I'm thinking we're going to see low to mid 40s short term. Coherus broke out of a month-long ascending bull coil and popped $1.40 or 7.5% on nearly 800,000 shares, the biggest volume in about a month. It looks to me like we're headed to 23, 25, maybe as high as 27 if this channel holds. CONN broke through multiple tops going back over a year, or about 9 months anyway. Inverse head and shoulder type pattern with a platform. I would look for at least a move to about 45 on this move up here. Cytosorbent CTSO also popped and broke out across resistance from the prior high. It's now up for 9 days in a row and might very well need to pull back, but my target is 16. DSW, major breakout as well. The base breakout came there, the run up to resistance and pull back the test. The 50 was there, and then the run up again and a retest of the trend line there. But today, an explosive gap up 550 or 20% on 15 million tells me we're not done yet. The momentum could carry this to 38.9. EXAS on game-changing news last week continued the momentum. Looks to me like we're going to see 80 short term. GERN exploded, pulled back yesterday. Today popped right back up again. If this should run past 580, I'm looking at 6.5 and then 7 3/4. HTGM broke out, pulled back, had a nice falling wedge at support. Moving averages crossed over, you can see right there, and then it popped. This is now up 5 days in a row. And what I'm looking for to see if we can get above 434 for this thing to run. But it targets a minimum of about, I think, it tested the gap around 5. Secondary target, 5 3/4. Down the road, potentially 7.5, 8. We'll see if we get the momentum and the volume. ICHR, well, when I looked at this inverse head and shoulders, the breakaway gap and the inside day, and it started to move today, I put a swing on it. I think the stock has got at least 27, 8.5 or 8 range into it, probably closer to 30. My targets, I believe, are 27 and 30. IMMU has exploded out of its falling wedge, which came right to the parallel channel bottom. It's today blew through the 50. I'm looking for a quick test of 26.5, 27 and a quarter zone up there, and then we may see this head into the low to mid 30s. Corinne Digital broke out of a nice month-long coil or wedge, I should say, and today a big pop of $1.55 or 8% on pretty strong volume for that stock, 1.3 million. Targeting 23. And Pixelworks broke out of a basing type pattern after the long downtrend, the breakaway gap. Moving averages crossed over, it was retested, and now the run-up, sharp run-up, has taken it up for 6 days in a row. Today was the big spike up 70 cents or 16%. I would probably look for a run-up to about 5 1/4 and then 6.5, 7. Square just keeps going up every day, 81.41 high today. That's a new all-time high, closing at 80.80 up 255. My target was 85.6 and then 98 to 100. I'll stick with those. And finally, recent swing trade UIS, which has been stair-stepping its way up, popped nicely today, got right to my target of 17, closed 16 3/4. After hours, it was announced that they were included in the S&P 600 And the stock popped. It was high as 18 at one point. It finished at 1760. Nevertheless, up about another 85 cents. And so it looks to me like this is going to gap and may run tomorrow. Keep an eye on this one. And the immediate target was 18, but I think it gets to 20. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening.